Right, so today what we will be doing is wiring a Series 65 detector with a classic white Roshni. So here's a diagram I drew, and yeah, it looks a bit shit, but tried my best. So to start off, we're just going to open the the Series 65 detector. So here it is, as you can see. So to start off, we're going to get some wire. If I can get. So this needs to be trimmed, so I'm going to pause the video and trim it. Right, so once it's all trimmed, what you're going to do is we're using the brown as the positive. So the brown wire is going to go in L1 in. So where is that? We'll locate that on the detector, and that seems to be there. So we're going to get the brown wire and wire this one in L1 in. So I'm going to pause the video and do that. Right, so as you can see, that is how it's meant to look like. Now we are going to wire this blue wire, which will be our negative, and we will wire that in L2, as you can see, it says on the paper. So the L2 is down here. So we're going to get this blue wire and wire it in L2. So I'm going to pause the video and do that once again. So that is how it's meant to look like once you've wired the brown and the blue. So once again, to clarify, brown is positive, it's meant to go in L1 in, and blue is negative and it's meant to go in L2. So now what we're going to do is feed this wire through the sounder, like that. Now we're going to get some wire for the Roshni, so I'm going to do that. Right, so I got some 6-core cable, but this will do. You could use something else. Anyways, so red wire is positive, and that will be going in L1 out. So we are going to put this red wire in L1 out. So I'm going to pause the video and do that. Right, so once you have done that, it should look like this. Red for the sounder goes in L1 out, and the negative for the sounder goes in negative R right there. So once you've done that, you want to get the cable, the ends of it, open the Roshni sounder. There we go. So once I've done that, I'm gonna look for the terminals. So you've got positive and negative there, so you can choose whichever one you want to wire up. The red wire would go in positive, and then the black wire would go in negative. So I'm gonna pause the video and do that. So once you have done that, it should start looking like something like this. So yeah, we're gonna put the back box for it back on. So that's wired up, now we have to put this on. So yeah, that's all wired up. Now I'm going to trim the end of this and get some batteries hooked up, and we'll test it and make sure it works. If it doesn't work, make sure you have wired everything correctly and there's no loose connections. If there's still an issue, please let me know. Right, so I got the battery hooked up, so I'm going to go get some deodorant now and give it a spray. So I'm going to do that. Right, I've got some deodorant. I'm going to spray the detector and hope it works. Move this little bit out of the way. You don't have to do a necessary spray a lot. But yeah, right now let's wait to go off. If it does go off, the LED should turn on and the sounder should sound. There we go. As you can see, the LED turns on and the sounder's going off. In order to stop that, you either remove the wire, or if you do want to keep the wire in, you twist the base of this and blow it out. So yeah, thank God it works. And it should work for you if you wire it correctly. Thank you for tuning in and watching this video. Hopefully you have a good day. Peace.